Melchenu, our King, rule over our thoughts, plans, and paths. Let your will be done through every step we take. Reign in our hearts with wisdom, righteousness, and peace. Yehovah Elohi Melchenu. Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Please fill me and lead me, and cover me and stir me, and speak through me with your Ruach HaKodesh, that I may speak your written words with boldness and humility to those who listen. I ask all these things in Yeshua HaMashiach's name. Amen. We'll start with the Shema. Listen and obey. Children of Yehovah, pay careful attention and respond. Yehovah is our power and authority. Yehovah works in a unity with himself, and you shall act upon your love to Yehovah with your power and authority, with your thoughts and mind, with your entire body, and with all the muchness that you have. Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey. Hand, behold, nail, behold. Proverbs chapter 16. A person is responsible to prepare his heart, but how the tongue speaks is from Yehovah. All a man's ways are pure in his own view, but Yehovah weighs the spirit. If you entrust all you do to Yehovah, your plans will achieve success. Yehovah made everything for its purpose, even the wicked for the day of disaster. Yehovah detests all those with proud hearts. Be assured that they will not go unpunished. Grace and truth atone for iniquity, and people turn from evil through fear of Yehovah. When a man's ways please Yehovah, he makes even the man's enemies to be at peace with him. Better a little with righteousness than a huge income with injustice. A person may plan his path, but Yehovah directs his steps. Divine inspiration is on the lips of the king, so his mouth must be faithful when he judges. The balance and scales of justice have their origin in Yehovah. All the weights in the bag are his doing. It is an abomination for a king to do evil, for the throne is made secure by righteousness. The king should delight in righteous lips. He should love someone who speaks what is right. The king's anger is a herald of death, and one who is wise will appease it. When the king's face brightens, it means life. His favor is like the cloud that brings spring rain. How much better than gold it is to gain wisdom, yes, rather than money. Choose to gain understanding. Avoid evil is the highway of the upright. He who watches his step preserves his life. Pride goes before destruction, and arrogance before failure. Better to be humble among the poor than share the spoil with the proud. He who has skill in a matter will succeed. He who trusts in Yehovah will be happy. A wise-hearted person is said to have discernment, and sweetness of speech adds to learning. Common sense is a fountain of life to one who has it, whereas fools are punished by their own folly. The wise man's heart teaches his mouth, and to his lips it adds learning. Pleasant words are like a honeycomb, sweet to the taste and healing for the body. There can be a way which seems right to a person, but at its end are the ways of death. A working man's appetite acts on his behalf because his hunger presses him on. A worthless person digs up evil, gossip. It is like scorching fire on his lips. A deceitful person stirs up strife, and a slanderer can separate even close friends. A violent man lures his neighbor astray and leads him into evil ways. One who winks knowingly is planning deceit. One who pinches his lips together has already done wrong. White hair is a crown of honor, obtained by righteous living. He who controls his temper is better than a war hero. he who rules his spirit better than he who captures a city. One can cast Aleph Tav lots into one's lap, but the decision comes from Yehovah. How can we learn to love our Creator after reading this fascinating 16th chapter of Proverbs? We can love Yehovah by committing every plan and motive to His sovereignty. Love Yehovah by cultivating purity in our thoughts and letting Him refine our motives. Love Yehovah by acknowledging His rule over every outcome, even those we don't understand. How can we love our neighbor as Yeshua loves us? By speaking with justice, humility, and grace, allowing our words to reflect the King's heart. How can we bear one another's burdens? By walking patiently with others that feel uncertain, reminding them that Yehovah orders every step. What are the top 3 fruits of the Spirit found? 1. Faithfulness, trusting Yehovah's guidance over our own understanding. 2. Self-control, restraining arrogance and hasty speech. 3. Peace, shalom, trusting Yah's plan brings quietness of spirit. What is the Hebrew word that encapsulates this chapter? Machashavot, thoughts, intentions, plans, meditations. From verses 1, 3, and 9, entrust your works to Yehovah and your plans will succeed. He alone can establish the path we were made to walk. What is the mitzvah response, Torah-based action? Mitzvah. You shall love Yehovah your God with all your heart, Deuteronomy 6 verse 5. Response might look like this. We will surrender our ambitions and plans at the feet of our King, trusting that every thought He refines is a part of His greater purpose. How can we find Yeshua in the scriptures? Entrusting our works, verse 3. Yeshua prayed, "Not my will, but yours be done." Luke 22, verse 42. Modeling perfect surrender to Yehovah's path. Peace with enemies, verse 7. When a man's ways please Yehovah, was fulfilled in Yeshua, who reconciled even enemies through the cross. Romans 5, verse 10. Sovereign outcomes, verse 33. Even in the betrayal, Yehovah's hand directed the lot, proving that nothing escapes the will of the King. Refined motives, verse 2. Yeshua calls not only to action, but to purity of intention. He sees the heart and transforms it. Machashavot, nachanot, nitnu, biad, hamelech. Righteous plans are placed in the hand of the King. We'll end with the Aaronic blessing using the name. Yehovah will kneel before you presenting gifts, and He will guard you with a hedge of protection. Yehovah will illuminate the wholeness of His being toward you, bringing order, and He will provide you with love, sustenance, and friendship. Yehovah will lift up the wholeness of His being and look upon you and set in place all you need to be whole and complete. Shalom, shalom.